Well, hello everyone. I'm back. It is me, Krista Marie, Reality with Krista Marie. But this is Whose Side Are You On? And this is Whose Side Are You On podcast. So I'm recording this live, audio and obviously video. We're live. There's a live chat going on. If you're listening to this on the podcast side, if you're listening to Apple, Spotify, please rate me a 5-star review. If you like it, if not, you can leave me a review and tell me why you don't like it. But I appreciate anything constructive criticism. And I do this every week, every Friday at 12 o'clock. So if you're listening to the podcast and you want to see how goofy we all are and how much fun we have, come over here. And you can actually watch the replay also. But we have, let's see. So I have people in the comments. Oh, hey, Erin. Erin's here, Terry. So say hi to everybody. Guys, if you haven't liked, comment, subscribe, share, please share this everywhere. That's where I get most of my traffic comes from, is everybody sharing everything for me and me sharing everything. Appreciate it, really. Like, honestly, you don't even know. I'm not gonna get into it, but I see it. I see everybody. I see the numbers, and I love you guys. Still locked out of Reality with Krista Marie Instagram, that was where I would talk to everybody on the end. So like anybody that I was talking to about like collabing anything, I'm on my Whose Side Are You On Reality, Krista Marie. It's Whose Side Are You On Instagram. I pretty much followed everybody. I don't know. You guys, if you haven't, go follow it, please. I think it's linked in there. It's linked on the podcast side. I'll link it in here too. It probably is, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so we're getting into Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I'm not doing recaps. It's just this Whose Side Are You On? And that is me presenting you both sides of the argument. We have Meredith, and I put Meredith and Angie. And I really feel like it's like Angie against everybody else. But then we have Lisa and Monica. And yeah, I just can't. I don't know. I'll give you my side at the end. I'm also going to drop the call link at probably about a half an hour. And I see everybody. Hello. Hi, Terry. Hi. And you guys are awesome. Hi, Erin. I see a lot of people. I can go down there. Yeah, because I'm sorry, guys. I'm also live. I forgot to say this. I forgot all about X. So I'm live on Twitter X too. That's what I call it. And large curves too. These are my people, guys. When I say we, sorry, guys. When I say we, when you hear me say we, I'm just explaining for people that haven't been here or haven't been watching me for the last year and a half. I usually talk about the people that I have on the chat, and basically, I usually have a panel, and it's the same people, like Larger Curves, and I always link her channel in there. Please, if you have not subscribed to Larger, please, Erin, if you can put Larger's link in there, because I can see. I think Larger's probably in the middle of working. When she comes up here, guys, you'll hear her. But yeah, please link her stuff for me. If I haven't, I probably already have. But all right, so. All right, so Meredith and Angie, you guys. Last week I was an Angie fan last week. I really was. I was an Angie fan last week, and I was just really annoyed by her sunglasses. That was it. That's what offended me about her, right? And I don't understand. I didn't think that it was a big deal that she came on the trip, because for one, it's a group trip, right? It's a cash trip. But Meredith, on the other hand, she just thinks that like Angie is continuously coming after her. We're going to give you Meredith's side stars. She thinks that Meredith is constantly, continuously coming after her, right? And she agrees with Whitney, because she says that, mentioning the sick child, and she's always expressing like she's going through something. And every time she's confronted with something, she's going through something, Get this light off. Yeah. She's going through something, and, she feels like she's attacked and all this stuff. And, like when Meredith is sitting there and she's trying to if Monica comes in her room, this is like earlier, and if Monica comes in her room, or no, she goes to Monica's room. She's like, Monica, I just want to thank you for having my back, because, Angie really did attack her at that dinner before. So like this whole trip so far, Meredith has felt attacked by Angie. Angie feels left out, right? Because, Meredith brought all those t-shirts for everybody, and she did not bring one for Angie. And her, in her defense, she didn't know Angie was going to be there. But she could have went and got her a t-shirt. But Angie made her own t-shirt. But when we get to Angie, I forget. I can't even remember what hers said. I think it was like TRIXIE Trumps or something. I don't know. But Meredith is in there, and she is telling Monica, because Angie is her friend, and she's telling Monica that she feels that Angie is weaponizing that sick thing against her, and she's always well, I'm sorry, Angie tells this to Monica, but Monica tells Meredith this, and she just said she didn't understand why Angie was, being so like nasty towards Meredith, and Meredith is just like, I'm glad that she thinks that she can come in here and just berate me and call me. I think she called it. What did she call it? Slander. That's what it was. So Meredith says it was slander, right? Now just remember, I said Meredith said it was slander, okay? And the disagreements that she has, remember she was over Lisa and Meredith said we'll talk about the husbands. So Meredith, she's talking about slander, but she wants to talk about the husbands, you know what I'm saying? So when we get to the part where Angie's making her own t-shirt, I don't understand. Like I don't think that like on Angie said, I do not think that her making her own t-shirt is a bad idea, right? I don't think it was, because she didn't have a t-shirt, and the group said they're going on the group trip, right? Or that stupid thing. I don't want to call it stupid. I'm sorry. They're going to a thing where it says, please wear your t-shirt. So Angie needs to wear her t-shirt. So Meredith doesn't really, she doesn't have any right to say that she shouldn't be wearing that t-shirt. I don't know. But every time we get on this Sprinter van, Angie's trying to, I guess, I don't know, she's trying to get Angie to understand that she's just like not invited, or she's not welcome, or whatever. And what she said to her was completely uncalled for. And every time that Angie tries to talk to her, Meredith just dismisses her. But, Meredith says that she's going through something. She has a headache all the time and blah, 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 blah. So when we dive into Angie's side of this, now, all I said earlier was I don't like her sunglasses, okay? But when she's going in on everybody, like I think if she feels left out, but when she's going in on everybody, she makes her own t-shirt. The guy's really rude to her. The guy, I don't know if that's Trixie's husband. So all of a sudden, already Angie's going to feel like some type of way, because he's like, oh, that's so sad. You're going to make your own t-shirt. And she's like, all she wants to do is be a part of Meredith's inner circle. She's like, she overhears Meredith talking about her, or Meredith overhears her talking about a conversation with her. And she says that Monica and Angie, the new girls, should have been aligning together. And when Angie decides that she's going to, when Monica goes and she's going to like basically talk crap on Angie, which she really isn't. She's just saying that she doesn't understand. Like, she felt like she was unfairly targeted, But when we get into the Sprinter van, do you guys, okay, I want to know what you guys feel too. Like, basically, when we get to the end of it, I just tell you right now, I'm not on Meredith's side. Okay. Now I'm not on Meredith's side only because the way that she just starts, like at the end, she just gets like extremely like the crazy eyes, and that's over Whitney. Like, there's something going on with Meredith. I feel like there's something going on with Meredith. I just do. I don't understand. Like, I don't know if they're trying to recreate some of these old scenes that we had. I definitely feel like she's going through something. I don't know if she's trying to recreate, like, they're recreating old scenes, because when we get to the Lisa part, we have Lisa when she starts screaming. I don't know if Lisa and Monica, but I want to talk about how Lisa just starts freaking out when she wants to dress in that, she has to be dressed up for the drag thing, right? But we also have to remember too, Meredith is also on Meredith's side. Also, this is just not on Meredith's side, but the fact that Whitney wants to take over the entire trip. I don't know really what Meredith also had planned. Like, she said she had something else planned, right? And I don't know what else she could have planned. But the second that she says, like, we're at the TRIXIE motel, why don't we should be using this as an opportunity to, like, take advantage of the fact that Trixie's here, and, let's everybody get out of, Meredith's like, okay, let's all, she follows along with, like, whatever Whitney says, and she's like, okay then, right? So she's like, I'm going to wear my makeup. But Lisa starts, like, losing it. So, because I really feel like this is kind of like, when I say Lisa and Monica, because at the end it's Lisa and Monica, but like really, like Lisa, you know, it's kind of like the girls that got dressed up in drag against the girls that didn't get dressed up in drag, which was like Lisa, Meredith, and Mary. I'm having trouble with Mary here. I wanted Mary there. I feel like, you know, Bravo is like, this is a side note with Mary. I love Mary. I wanted Mary there. She's comedic relief, you know, even if she has her issues. But I don't know if she's there because she's just Meredith's friend. Did Meredith just want her there? I know that she didn't dress like Meredith didn't dress up because it was Whitney's idea. But why didn't Lisa dress up for real? You know, Lisa says, okay, when she has to take off her makeup, right? Do you guys hear her say that she spends $60,000? She doesn't want to do that, right? She starts flipping out because it's Whitney's idea. Meredith doesn't. Meredith doesn't because it's Whitney's idea. Lisa doesn't want to dress up because she doesn't like her face, you know, doing anything else with her face. She feels that she spends $60,000. That's what I'm saying. She spends $60,000 a year. Why is Mary there? Exactly. You know, I liked Mary being there for comedic relief, but she is only there as Meredith's friend, I think. You know what I mean? But like, she's not participating in anything. She basically told everybody, she's like, I don't want to be on that trip. She doesn't want to, or I'm sorry, the trust building exercise, which is a crack. Okay. I don't understand, but that is on every Housewives show. And I mean, come on, guys. Like, none of them trust each other. And it's crazy. And then I agree with Mary. I don't want to F with none of you all either. You know what I mean? But this is a trip. But why are you there then? You know, I totally would have dressed up too. But I don't know why Mary's there. She has some funny scenes. I think Bravo, she knows Bravo needs her. So for the show, this is what I'm saying, for the show. But I'm feeling like this is the best so far, the best season that we've had. This is the best season yet. To me, I mean, it is a great freaking season. But Mary should start participating. Okay. You know, regardless of what she feels about Whitney or whatever, she doesn't have to trust Whitney. None of them trust each other anyway, you know? So, but Lisa starts freaking out. Okay. She says she's not going to take off her glam. And my whole thing with her is when she starts freaking out, it's like, she says she spends $60,000 a year on glam. You know, like to me, $60,000 again. Like, is that your favorite number, or is that just not a number? Like, is that a real number? Like, do you really have a $60,000 ring or not? Because, you know, her and Monica's argument, you know, Lisa says it's very sentimental. I'm sorry that, you know, she said she wasn't talking about it a lot, but, you know, she's not materialistic. But why are you freaking out about your makeup? Like, why are you saying, like, I don't understand what it is really behind this Lisa Barlow thing. What is with her not wanting to dress up? Like, why didn't she want to do the drag? You really believe that it's like insecurities or whatever, like her insecurity? I don't know. Like, I don't know. It was a lot. That was just too much. I don't have an issue. Like, I don't know if that's what if she has an issue with that. Like, why are you talking about why do you have your glam on retainer? First of all, you have glam on retainer for going to like shopping, going to the supermarket, she says. Okay, so that's her argument. You know, she doesn't want to do it because she doesn't like to, you know, she participated in the night before, and, you know, she spent $60,000 a year on glam. She should not have to dress up if she doesn't want to. And it's, you know, I don't want anybody to see my face. They're like, so I don't want you to see my face. And it's like, but she admits that she doesn't want anybody to see her face. She admits that it's like, you know, she says it's not insecurity. I don't know. I like, okay, I'm trying to put myself in Lisa's shoes. Okay. If I was on the show and look, I would have, you know, I already do have like stuff done for my face. I like my face. So I don't know if I'm on the show, I don't think I would have trouble wearing no makeup because, you know, let me think about how I feel. Like, I'm on this camera all the time and I don't come on this camera without my glam, and I do the glam, and I say glam, it's myself. This is me. And I will never, and I still am so insecure for you guys to catch me without any makeup on, right? And this is only one, not as many people at all. Now, she's on a whole TV show, right? So I don't know how. I think I would still do it because you're still going to have makeup on and nobody's really going to see you on camera without it, right? So, I mean, Lisa got, well, she did though. She got made fun of for that. Lisa got made fun of. So in the chat, yeah, like she got blasted on. She got a lot of shit for this. A lot of people were saying, I mean, I hate to bring this kind of up. We're saying that she just had a problem with that in general. And I don't know if that's really it. And to me, I don't think it represents anything except you're just putting on makeup and having a good time. Like, you know, with TRIXIE of all people to do you could have her team do your drag. You could have worn makeup anyway. Your face would have been covered. Who cares if they made you look like, you know, a serial killer or like a happy clown or. Erin says she would have more sympathy. Now, exactly, Erin, that's a good point. Like, if she would have just said, hey, here's my face, I'm going to have my facial, right? You know, she probably fights with them Daves. I don't, you know, she did go to like, she went all the way to the producers. Now that is to me not a moment where you get the producers involved so you don't have to do something. Like, I don't like who, like, okay, so, but she did. I mean, you know, but to me, like, it's calling John, you don't know, you know, I'm a team player. Okay, because you went out and you wore a thong, whatever, you like your body, you think your body looks cute. But you know, you don't want anything without your makeup. By the way, like your winged eyeliner looks like shit. Like, I mean, did I just say that? Was I thinking that or did that come out of my mouth? I don't know. Whatever. I don't think that you don't, a little bit of wiping off your eyeliner. I don't think her makeup looks that bad. Like, I don't think she wears a lot of makeup that would have been a big deal. But, you know, I don't, you know, Meredith said, she said she doesn't want to participate because she has a headache and she doesn't want to wear a 40-pound wig. I get that. Maybe I get it. But you still didn't, to me, you didn't dress up. Like, you didn't do the other stuff. Like you sure, you know, like you didn't do anything. And to me, again, I don't know, like, why didn't Meredith want to do it? Because it was Whitney's idea? I don't know. Like, so Lisa, on the other hand, you know, Lisa, to be honest with you, Lisa, you do not, you know, when she says that no, I'm going to Lisa's side, because I'm going to present Monica's side, but I'm also just going to get Lisa saying that she, can sympathize or whatever with the upper middle class, something about the middle class, and then she says that like we can't, the upper middle class, most of the middle class people can buy $60,000 rings, what she said. Something ridiculous like that. I don't even think it was upper middle class. It was like middle class America. Middle class America can buy, most of middle class America can buy a $60,000 ring. Is that true? I don't think that's true. I don't know, because I'm not even close to that. So like, no, I couldn't afford to buy. I mean, could we afford to buy a $60,000 ring? We probably could buy one, but then we'd be freaking broke and probably not have saving. You know what I mean? It would probably take a whole hell of a lot. Mortgage in your house, like, you know what I mean? We can't just wear a 60. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be, you know. I know, and like, guys, without me on this camera, like on you guys seeing me, I'm not in makeup because I don't really go anywhere. You know, I'm always home. So, but I do go out of the house without it. So let me just say that if on Lisa's side, if I was Lisa, I would have participated, because you really you're going to give more of an argument out of her. You're going to spend more energy arguing about why you can't do it than anybody cares about what you really look like. And I know you guys are probably saying, we don't care what you look like, Krista. You can come on without your hair and makeup on. And you know what I mean? But like, oh no, like, no, it petrifies me. Isn't that weird? Is that a word, petrify? Sorry, guys. Let me just remind the people that are just starting to watch me. I'm from New Jersey. Not that that's an excuse. But if you watch Real Housewives in New Jersey, I don't know what word. Sometimes I say words and I don't know what they mean. I just said petrified. Petrified? Is that a word? Scared? I don't know. Whatever. I'm from Jersey, and sometimes I say words that don't make any. They're just my words, and sometimes I mix things up. So I feel like it's in the water. Maybe I'm not really sure, because as much as I try, my thoughts are going way faster than what's coming out of my mouth. So that's another problem. So it's called ADHD. But yeah. So Large is here. He's here. Okay. So yeah, I feel like there's something else. I felt like Meredith was she definitely was a wet noodle. She was a wet noodle. I agree, Monica. She was a wet noodle. And I also feel like all right. So with weekend, okay. So we have Lisa. I was very annoyed with Lisa. Okay, I was very annoyed with Lisa. I don't feel like she was a wet noodle, but Meredith was a noodle. But at least there's something deeper. But there's something deeper behind it. And then again with Mary, why are you here at this point? Why are you here? You know what I mean? You don't want to eat anything that anybody else eats. Like you don't want to participate, and you don't even want to participate in like sitting next to people. You don't want people calling for your name. I don't know, Mary. Like I don't know. Start to like maybe engage a little bit. I don't know. Like, I know that you think that Bravo needs you and you really don't need the money. And that's kind of what it is. And I really love you, Mary. And I really want you to stay. But you're going to have to start to pretend to be friends with somebody. Because even the new girls want to be your friend. That's just my side note for the day. Because, exactly. Meredith is the prime example. Exactly. Because look what happens in the end, right? Because I want to present Monica's side because Monica and Lisa they have a whole ass argument on the side of like a van, but she aligned with Meredith earlier and she agreed with stuff that Angie said. But when we sit there and we start to listen to the things that so Monica, first I agree. I agree with Monica when she says, why didn't you guys, Lisa says, why did you guys not participate? It's annoying, right? Now, when she starts to yell at Lisa and she starts to say to Lisa that she's, is it colorblind? No, tone deaf. Sorry, tone deaf. Let's colorblind. Oh my God, did I just say colorblind? She's tone deaf. I don't know if that. I know. Guess listen, I'm 46, Terry. Sorry, guys, I'm 46, but like, I never was insecure, never until I started getting on camera. And like, that was about 2 years ago. And I'm not even going to tell you the amount of money that I spend on Botox and fillers. And I have to wear glasses, obviously, but like, and hair. because my hair is actually short. But yeah. And then guys too, like, are just tuning in. If you go to the old Whose Side Are You Ones, and if you go into like me, and I have a whole, the playlist of Adam, Adam, up in Adam's channel, you'll see all the different colors of hair that I've had. And I always have hair and I was different color hair. That's just the Jersey thing for me. I just like to have more hair and like to have color and, the more hair. We're just like, we're very like, we don't like change. It takes us a long time to catch up. But, I don't think the argument with Monica. So Monica says that she's not, screaming about now. She's screaming about her ring and how much money her ring was. And she's like, I'm going through this and I'm going through that. And all you can do is talk about how rich you are, blah, 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 blah. And like, I think she's rich too, though. You know what I mean? Like she did walk into a store to buy $5,000. Do you guys really think? I don't know. The problems that she has, screaming at Lisa, like saying that she's, tone deaf. You can tell. I agree that she's annoyed, but like, you can say to her, like, you're annoying. You sound stupid. Stop talking like that. You're so stupid. Like, you sound so annoying. Like, you sound so like pretentious. Like, can you just stop? Thank you. Exactly. Thank you for breaking that down. I couldn't really get the words out because my notes are so jumbled. I take notes and I know somebody else said to me to like, I should be more organized. Listen, I'm working on it. I have no excuse. I'm getting there. But, like she's not tone deaf. She's freaking annoying, and I just feel like, Monica was good when she just knowing that now, like on Monica has a lot, like Lisa just, she's right. Like Lisa is everything she's saying about Lisa. I completely agree. Right. Lisa is annoying. Okay. Lisa, she does talk about a ring of $60,000, $60,000 on glam. Why is that $60,000? Again, and Lisa, I don't believe that Monica, I don't believe that she had that ring. I don't believe there's a lost ring. I'm just going to say, Lisa, I don't believe that you had a lost ring. You haven't cried one time on this trip now. You are more worried about spending all this money on your glam. Why? And again, why are you what happened to that ring? And Monica, if Monica stuck her her hands in that tampon thing to look for your ring should have been there. Because that's where you said it fell off your finger, or it started off your finger and you grabbed it and then you lost it, or was it that it fell off your finger and you put it back on or something? Again, if I take this is not even a big ring, and I it's starting to fall off, and then it falls off, and don't you think you would hear that? I mean, that was a big ring, and even if it fell on the floor, you'd hear right, and it would you would see it go, right? You would see it go somewhere, right? So I don't think she lost it. And I don't think anybody stole it. I don't know why you would take a picture of it so many times. You're yeah, look at my ring. Hey, you know what I mean? It's a lot of money. Why? You don't even want people to see your house, right? Lisa, you say that you don't have the same house, or you don't show people where you live. You have renting houses because you don't want people to see where you live. But you're talking about your $60,000 ring, and you're taking all these pictures of it, and obviously going out in public with it. Why are you wearing it on the Housewives show? Most people do not. Exactly. Probably. Maybe. I think, this is my thing. Insurance money, I don't think it was intentional. What I think is she started to lose it. And it dawned on her maybe mid, I don't know what. Oh, let me just say I lost my ring. I mean, maybe for the show, maybe for dramatic effect, right? Because I mean, really for the insurance, I mean, it's just weird. It's all too very weird to me. And they tried to make it Monica stole it, but there's something up with Monica. Now, they say they don't trust her because she was on Jen Shah's past, but she's she just doesn't like Lisa. And I don't know, maybe now that if Jen Shah, maybe, I don't know, said, can you please go after Lisa for me? I don't know. Maybe I don't like Lisa at all. So I'm not on Lisa's side. I'm always going to be on Monica's side. I'm telling you right now, I don't like her argument. I think it was kind of stupid, her argument with Lisa. You could have just said, look, you are so annoying. Please shut up. You are such a wet noodle. You are so insecure. Why did you not participate? You should have participated. This is Monica. I'm being Monica. You start out with your $60,000 ring, and all you want to do is talk about how rich you are, and you can do this, and you're St Tropez, and you have glam for this, you have glam for the supermarket. And I do feel and I love you, Monica, and please stay. I love you. She kind of gets a little bit of black scent when she's, and it just, I don't know. Meredith gets English, Monica gets Monica. I don't like her saying what she said in I don't think she says it in Turkish. Whatever she says it in, she calls her POS. I don't like that. I don't. I mean, I just feel she's angry. But she says it sounds cuter in, or whatever the language is she said it in. But people know what it says. I mean, people know you called her a piece of shit. That's just like Lisa saying, I don't I wasn't mic'd when I called Meredith a trash whore, a garbage whore. She effed all of New York, and again, we can remember, Monica's probably thinking, you talk like that, you said all the things you said about your best friend. You are a POS. I agree. But don't call her that. I just think it's a bit, I don't know. Why do I have a problem with that? I don't know. But again, Lisa, I don't know. I just, Lisa is annoying. I don't really know why she's there. Okay. I agree. Monica, stay. Monica, the fact that she was whatever she was with Jen Shah. Now, I conflicted with this because it dawned on me earlier why. And I'm I love Monica so much because she's the one that got Jen in trouble. Guys, also, I don't know if you guys know this or not, she's also the one that was secretly sending all of social media those videos about with the Jen Shah screaming at all her assistants. All of those incriminating videos they were non-fake, they were Monica. And she sent them to Dana Wilkie. And if you want to hear the whole story, you got to go to subscribe. You got to prescribe. Listen to me. Subscribe. I'm getting all excited. Subscribe to the Patreon, which is Dana Wilkie's Patreon. Dana Dishing Drama Dana, right? Or it's Dishing Drama Dana. It's a Patreon. It's only $10 a month. It might even be less. And she tells you all of it because Monica and her have a relationship, a working relationship. But anyway, she didn't know at the time where it was coming from. But yeah, guys. So Monica, not only was she the one who she isn't the one even to turn Jen in. Obviously, the feds were already looking at her. all she did was tell her friend that this woman who, like, you know, that used to do Jen's errands, I guess she never got paid now. Lisa screams that you never got paid. And Monica's like, that's not my fault. Like, I don't know. Like, it just, she's the one that was leaking all that stuff. But it goes up. Like, Jen Shah didn't even want the show to be aired in her jail cell, in her prison, because she didn't want to watch how, like, dude, this person who basically went behind her back, but like, you tried to reel her in and make her do something illegal when she has 4 daughters. Jen Shah, you're a piece of shit. Jen Shah, you are the piece of shit. Sorry, I'm cursing. I'm allowed to. It's after this. You're the piece of shit. This woman has 4 daughters, right? I don't know. I love the fact that she is trying to raise her daughters on her own. She went to the bishop. She whatever. I don't know. We better find out. I want to know all about it. I am so interested in her. One, I love her for being there because she goes up Jen Shah's ass, because Jen Shah took like 10 years off my life the last 5 years. She has. And Monica just put all the life force back in it. Like, I don't, she's been a little nasty, like, to Lisa, like, her reads have to, they got to get better. Like, they got to just be like what I just said. Like, all the things you said, like, yeah, true. You don't have to say that, but like, you could say other things, like, you're so annoying. Stop talking about it. Like, stop talking about yourself. You're not that cute. Like, and when the eyeliner looks stupid, don't worry about it. Like, nobody's going to care. We could even have made her look like a pretty, like a drag version of Lisa herself. She could have did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that Lisa could have just did, but she's got to be a wet noodle and just be an a-hole. And I don't know why she thinks she can call production it. And like, when, like, what Monica's like, Monica, all them things are also true. Like, what she said is also true, but like, I say that stuff, but like, that's the reason that we say, like, we'll say that to her privately from like a private account. Like, I'll beat your ass. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff. You piece of poop, all that. But, Meredith also at the end. Okay. So then we, like, I'm definitely not I'm not on Lisa's side. She just the whole entire time, I agree, but I just love Monica. I love her for being there. I love her for standing up. Monica stands up for herself, and that's what I like. Yeah, like, and Monica came around. Let's see, Monica came around. I mean, I don't know. Like, we saw some stuff. We saw some, like, we didn't know who she was, but we saw, like, old scenes of her that we didn't know when she was Jen's assistant. Apparently, like, I mean, look, if Jen Shah, some rich lady who apparently is really, really rich and has like all these assistants, apparently, allegedly, and she really didn't, but like, he asked me to like be her assistant, and I think I'm going to get paid in the end, and then she's on the TV show Real Housewives. Of course, I might run them through her errands too. I might be her call person. I mean, I might be her right arm too. I don't know. So guys, you can still, if you can't see, I gotta, God, I have to activate that again. Sorry, guys, I turned my things off. I was getting some, I will reactivate the like button, please, guys. And the replay crew, I will also make sure of the comments too. But yes, please do that. And please share. I keep saying that. Subscribe, because you guys are subscribing. Because I forgot, live on TikTok. I'm sorry. Live on Twitter, X, live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Also going to put this on TikTok. So, because I keep seeing traffic from there for my reels. Please, guys, do subscribe because it is free, and follow on the podcast because, listen, you guys don't have to re-listen to the episode if you're already hearing it on here. But if you are listening, you just find it on the podcast. I really appreciate that. Please, to follow, just hit the follow, please. It's free. I don't charge anybody for anything. I wait for the other people to pay, like the other side to get paid. Eventually, I'll get paid on this side if I ever want to. But I just, I want the podcast to do well too, even though it's here on YouTube. But I realize there's a lot of people that do have driving jobs that listen to podcasts or whatever. They don't have time to watch them, which is awesome. So yeah, that's why I did this for this part. But it is a reality with Kristen Marie. That's always going to be my channel. But I've always had Who Started You on here. So yeah, please hit the like button, share it, please, please, please. And I don't know if anybody wants to come up, but if anyone wants to talk about the episode, because I like other people's opinions, even though we have the live chat. But Meredith she's just Meredith at the end with the crazy eyes again too. Like, you're not gonna go there. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you like? What are you, Whitney? Oh, Whitney says, like, Whitney, I agree with everything that Whitney said. Whitney again said to her, Whitney's trying to chase her around and say the same thing. Meredith is completely distinct. She's like, okay, whatever, Whitney. Like, and Whitney's like, well, remember when Whitney was chasing her around last season, or maybe it was season before? And this, why were you in this Ranter Meredith? Why? You know, like chasing her around all drunk, like, oh, you know what I mean? And like with that voice, she was like doing it again at the end, but she's like, you know, like Meredith, she kept saying the same thing. But you always use the excuse, Meredith, that you have some crazy thing going on, and you know that, and that's why you can't have this conversation. And Whitney's like, "Don't you dare! Don't you dare!" And I'm like, she's got Ramona eyes, and she's like, "How dare you!" And then I think she called Angie a pit bull or something. I was attacked by a pit bull last night or something. Like, oh my God, what is happening? Guys, can you also remind me what other franchise had a scene where somebody freaked out about not wanting, they had about their glam coming and they didn't want to cancel their glam? Was there another episode anywhere of any franchise that they were screaming they didn't want to participate because their glam was coming, or they couldn't get their glam or something like that? Like, it was something about glam. And it just, I'm like, all these scenes that they're doing remind me of other, like the Dinner from Hell, like Meredith again. She gets up, she's like, "Don't you talk about that." It was like, what? Like when Lisa Rinna was like, "Don't you talk about my husband." She's like, basically throws a glass. It's like, you know, she commits an actual felony on camera when she throws it. She tries to almost choke somebody out, Kim. Like, that was basically like Meredith was have to commit a felony over this. But like, really, it's not that serious. Whitney was just being her annoying. Wait, Meredith, how come you always bring up? And it's like, oh my God, Whitney, why didn't you participate? And it was like, Jesus, Whitney, she doesn't like you. Like, she doesn't want to. Like, she didn't want to talk to you. She didn't want to argue with you. And like, I don't know, but like, she said, you know, Angie's like, she called me a pit bull. He called me a dog. You don't call, and then when he's like, you don't call other women dogs, Meredith. Like, what? All right, guys, let me drop the call link real quick, just in case you guys don't know, or like anybody does, Larja or Aaron, anyone. But I think this is where Angie loses me. But I also am not on Meredith's side. She wasn't calling. I don't know where. I can't get to where, you know. Maybe it was, Turks and Caicos. Maybe it was Ramona on Real Housewives of Glam on a trip. There's something I gotta like. I should have Googled it. It would probably come up. But yeah, I just remember something about glam, and she didn't want to like cancel her glam was coming. And I'm like, that's another scene from that. But I couldn't find it in my head. Yeah, like what the hell? And you know, again, I love Monica because I really wish that like she was able, like Jen Shah was able to watch this in prison, or like somebody would force her to watch it in prison, because you have Angie, the one who she threw her shoes over the boat. You know, she literally threw her shoes into the water. Jen Shah did. That's a felony too. She committed a felony when she was on parole or bail or whatever, you know. And then like, could you imagine her throwing like some of my shower shoes over like the prison, his tear, like second tier? She's like, your shower shoes, like, you know what I mean? Like, try that there, Jen, and see what happens. Like, half the stuff that Jen Shah did to these women, and you know what, like, Monica was the one of her assistants. So when they say that these women were her assistants too, they were. These women were Jen Shah's assistants too. So that argument is true, Angie. That is true. You all were Jen Shah's assistants, all of you. Like, I think Monica said it, right? You were all, and you didn't get paid because you all did, like, you all fought for her, like friendship. You fought for her. You know, you thought she was not guilty. She's just, you know, guilty until proven, you know, innocent until proven guilty, running around like this asshole was actually innocent. Yes, Erica bragged about how much she spent on Glee. Yes. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, reality connoisseur. Just reminded us what it was. That is exactly what it was. And this is, again, they're taking scenes from Beverly Hills. Maybe they're taking scenes from Beverly Hills. I don't know. To me, does it work in? It is gold. Only, guys, I cannot stand this light. I'm sorry. Hold on. I usually don't just go. It is really freaking bright. Except you guys can't see it. That's better. Even if it's like I can't. It's way better than it was. I'll tell you about my sweatshirt too in a minute. And why I'm wearing it. Yes, you're right. It was. I love you so much for reminding me, because that Okay, again, another scene from Beverly Hills, Dinner from Hell, and Erica bragged about Glam on. Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. She wanted a refund. You're right. Thank you so much. Okay, so it was Erica Jane on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She wanted a refund on her Glam, and she didn't want to do it. You're right. Oh yeah, because she was so insecure. Oh, thank you. It was weird. And there's so many guys. Like, listen, what do we have? 13 franchises. I know that I'm a little like I there's more to these feuds and I'm like kind of missing here. But for some reason, I just can't follow them. It's really hard. You guys see me suffering while this over here. And I watched the episodes. I watched them a couple of times. I just feel like in my heart, I feel bad for Angie because she is trying really hard. Her reads are deep and hard. Like she's just mean. Like the stuff that she, I feel bad for Meredith, but I don't want to be on her side. I just don't. I think there's something wrong with her. And, but like Angie calling her, like, Angie was really nasty to her. She I don't know. She was a pitbull to her, but like not calling you a pitbull is not an offensive. If it is, then what am I missing? I mean, is it like I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's offensive to call somebody. I mean, she's not calling you a dog. She's just saying you were being a pitbull at her. But she could have used another word, but I mean, it's not that bad. And Whitney going around and like screaming at her, why did you call her? You don't call women dogs. Like Whitney, can you just pick up a book? I mean, just please pick up a book. Like, what are you talking about, Whitney? I can't say. I know you like Whitney. I hear you like Whitney. And was there Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Was there one of Miami? And was there a state of Miami? Please tell me there was too. That'd be awesome. But listen, like Whitney, what is that? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. There's no movement about there's a hell of other things that women get offended by. We all do. Like, there's a lot of things don't call us. Me being in Jersey, I'm kind of I have a mouth on me. And I try not to say things because I have some nasty things coming out of my mouth. And I understand but I feel also Monica has that kind of attitude. And I just love her. I don't only love her because it goes up Jen's ass. I just love she's telling Lisa about herself, and I want Lisa to know about herself. You know what I mean? I need somebody needs to tell her about herself. Her tan is awful. And there was there's an upcoming scene about her getting kicked out of the tanning bed. Now this is going to make you laugh. She got kicked out of she's forever banned from this one tanning bed because she was going to an event. She had a tan and they wouldn't let her. Well, I am banned from every Planet Fitness ever in Jersey, and another gym that will rename nameless, but another gym in Jersey. I am banned for life because I had to go to New York, the Adam live show, and I needed to tan that day before we left, and they wouldn't let me because the system was broke, and I was so mad, and I mother effed the guy up and down when I left. I think I probably told Aaron about this. I don't know if I told Aaron, but anyway, and I had a fit, and I as much as I can't stand Lisa, that makes me laugh because I did the same thing. All right, guys. So we have my girlfriend up. We have Larger Curves coming up. She's going to give us her opinion, which I love.
What's good, Krista? Sorry, girl. I was trying to use that link you sent me earlier, and it wouldn't open on my phone. And then I'm still doing the live on my channel, but I'm in here talking to you because I promised you. I'm sorry, I'm late.
Are you when was your live? Right? Did you do your live right today?
I'm still doing it. We're listening to the Nene Bethany Frankel interview.
Are you doing it after me?
No, I started at 7:30. It's still on right now, but I came over here because I promised you. So my thing is still running, and I'm just letting the tape run. While me and you talk about it, because I am so glad you invited me on. We're talking Real Housewives Salt Lake City, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, I love Monica. Monica is life. And I feel like Whitney is a little aggressive. Well, not a little. Whitney is very aggressive, and so is Angie K. They're both antagonistic and very aggressive. Now, Meredith, I was being glad that Meredith brought my girl Mary back. You know how much I love Mary.
Yeah.
But this episode shed light on a little something. I'm like, Meredith, did you bring Mary back so that you could set her up? Because Meredith knows that Mary only wanted to be around certain people, do certain stuff, and she was going on the trip as, for Meredith, kind of. She didn't want to be around those other ladies, and she let it be known. Now, when they got to the TRIXIE motel and Meredith saw that Whitney had hijacked her trip like the terrorist she is, she didn't say nothing to Whitney, has yet to say anything. They're still at the TRIXIE motel right now. She still hasn't said anything to Whitney about hijacking her trip with with picking the room, with her behavior, doing the games and everything. And it's been very obvious. Meredith has not said a word. So, but Mary did talk to Meredith and let her know she wasn't going to be playing all the reindeer games. So when they got out at the place where Mary said, oh, I wish she would have picked someplace more luxurious and stayed in the van during the trust exercise. When Meredith got back in the van and says in front of all the other ladies to Mary about, oh, Mary, I really wish you would have came out there with us. But her and Mary had already had a private conversation is what Mary's response was.
Apparently.
I feel like that was a setup, because how have you not had a public conversation with Whitney about hijacking your trip and doing all these things, but now all of a sudden you're going to call Mary on the carpet for some bullshit? I was very triggered, Krista.
I didn't even think of that. Good.
So now I'm looking at Meredith cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't nice.
But do you think, well, I mean, also, if Mary would have tried to stay not home, they probably would have had a problem with her staying home. But, like, she should have just gone out and did it. Anyway.
I don't think she should. And I don't think you should have to do anything you don't want to do. And actually, had she participated, Angie K would have been ass out and having to sit over there making new shirts on the sideline.
No, what do you feel about that? So you're definitely not on Angie's side, right?
Oh my God, Angie is interesting, and no, I'm not on her side at all.
No, interesting or just thirsty now?
Oh, interesting, and is how thirsty she is.
Do you think her read is too evil?
Oh, and very she's another little evil person. Her and Whitney, great together, great tag team of evil twins energy. Yeah, so she's too much. I don't care for her. I like Monica a lot better.
I love Monica. I love her.
Me too.
She's totally, I don't agree with how she's arguing with Lisa, because there's so much more you could say. You would say you're annoying. We don't want to hear about it. I don't think she should say, I'm not rich, so you can't talk about it. Just call her what it is. You're annoying. Stop bragging about your money. Stop talking about it. You're not that cute. Your winged eyeliner looks stupid. You don't care. Who cares if you don't wear makeup? It's not that big of a deal. Who cares about? We don't really believe you lost your ring. The whole world thinks that is dumb and stupid. And everything you say is retarded. And you have a bad tan. Like, she could have said that instead of you're too rich for me, or you know what I mean? I don't have this and I don't have that, and well, she is wrong about middle. Do you believe most of middle America can afford a $60,000 ring just to wear for no reason? Is that a thing? I mean, I don't think that's true. I don't think that people can relate to that. Most of America can relate to her $60,000 ring and $60,000.
I agree. I don't think people can relate to that, and I feel like Lisa has always been very braggy. She's just so braggart. Yes. You can totally tell she's new money. She's all new money, because what do they say? Old money whispers, new money screams. And she's like, oh, I'm in head to toe this. Nobody cares. You look basic, bitch. Oh, I have this kind of makeup. Nobody cares. You need to go get some fillers, bitch. And then you know what I mean? Then I have this, and nobody cares. You have to keep on saying that because she's attached to it, because that's part of her identity. And that's what makes it so happy to be Lisa in her world.
Well, good for you, Lisa, because we get to watch you act like an idiot. And there's people have annoying quirks about them. We can, we'll accept things about our friends that are weird. And then other stuff. But Lisa, I wouldn't be able to stand being in St Tropez,
oh my God. I didn't get my makeup done in Monaco. And that was so weird.
Yeah. What did St Tropez? What does that have to do with cancel your glam for one night of the trip? Yeah. Why?
It's my face. It's my face. And you left looking just as basic as you came looking.
I mean, literally, she's not an ugly woman. So I don't think she put off some winged eyeliner because she doesn't wear a lot of makeup.
Right.
She could, to me, maybe she contours the crap out of her face. She's not that cute, but either, I mean, that's not even that problem. Like, she could have participated. That to me was like, oh, I participated last night, so I'm not tonight.
Yeah.
Like, you just didn't feel like it because you're so that insecure. Because, like you said, she's always like, I'm wearing this. I'm coming as the pretty girl. So
I need Morgan. Morgan's the only one.
Who cares, Morgan? Go away.
That
No,
was
Morgan
so
could have
bizarre.
did glam on you. Could have did, drag on her instead of glam. All you did was add some more theater makeup. Like, but she just added. That's what she did. Added theater makeup. And this is how I look. Don't tell me. And then it was at the end. Oh, so you're gonna tell me how my look, like my this is my drag, or this is what my look is. Like, no, what? Stop. You didn't participate. The women, the 3 or 4 of them, and I know you love Mary, and I do too, and I wanted Mary back. I feel like they kind of maybe now that whole secret like conversation. I don't know who Mary wants to be friends with. She doesn't. To me now at this point, I like your little comedic jokes, but you're not even participating in anything. She didn't get out at the bar. She didn't get out for the stupid trust exercises. But I mean, again, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But then what are you there for? Like, you don't. If you don't like any of these women, we got a whole extra camera for because Bravo needs her. I think Bravo needs her. And then the women are having these weird, crazy eye scenes and like these. Monica's the only one real, really. Like she's the only one being real. Heather, I don't even want to talk about Heather, but like, they're all making these scenes from like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's comedic. It's funny. It's hilarious watching them react, like doing these reactions. I can't wait to see more. But it's just like they must have known that their heads were on the
Yep.
But look, I'm there for Monica. I want to know about her freaking past. I need to know what he looks like. I want to see. What he look like. I want to know what this.
And I appreciate. I love when a person comes on a show and tells us everything before we can find out from somebody else.
Hey,
tell me
that Heather didn't already know though. How come the Bishop knows? And I'm sure all the more churches. I am sure. That's secret, or not a secret. I'm sure
everybody already knew.
Heather,
I feel like Heather just played her cards checked.
Yeah,
her cards close.
Bye.
I think she knew because everybody knows. Yeah,
Heather to me, oh man, she said something about I don't know something, but something like making a storyline or something, but like I don't do something. I'm like you crawled up Jen's ass. And then you got your black eye and you made it a thing that we didn't care about and dragged it on and made us care about it. And she just acted on Watch What Happens Live. She basically admitted Jen did it.
She did?
Angie goes, come on. She's away. Jen did it, right? And she was like, and I'm like, oh, somebody punched her in the face. Jenny McCarthy. Just a side note, Jenny McCarthy was on Watch What Happens Live that night. Go see, and basically said she would have punched Taylor in the face. She said because Taylor was really it was a bad scene for Taylor. Yeah. And she goes, "You're a better woman than me. I would have punched her in the face."
Oh my gosh, I haven't been watching OC. But Taylor looked a mess at the reunion. I was like, "Oh my God, poor thing."
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be bad, especially with Shannon. But I didn't even want to talk. It was so painful for me to watch it. I didn't even want to put it on here today. I did not want to talk about it. I can't. It's very aggravating for me to watch them. I'm like, you guys have destroyed this. My favorite franchise. You have destroyed it. Like they have destroyed. That was my favorite franchise. I can't talk franchise. Like yes, all the diet suits. Again, you can see it on her face too. Side note. But like they destroyed that franchise for me. That was my favorite. I was very excited about. I wasn't excited about Tamara. I was kind of mad about her coming back. But I don't want Monica to fall into the Gina role where I'm so poor and I can't afford anything. I'm just here because she's got enough money. We don't care about that. She's got such a good hit, like she's got such a good story that we have to. Nobody's even asking her yet. We didn't even get to that yet. But like we don't want her to turn into a Gina because they single-handedly want to ruin that franchise, and I don't want that to happen with Salt Lake. I like this cast. We have to keep Heather, but like Angie, I don't know. Angie, I liked her last season. I like her being there. We can keep her, but Monica gives me life. Like Monica breathed the life back into me. Like her telling Lisa about her stuff, even it was like the stuff that like you kind of don't say, but you want to say, but she could have said so much more. I like Monica for this. So I love her for this franchise. I just do, because she has a freaking past. Right? They're always worried about what everybody's doing. Poor Mary, they crucified her whatever her seasons, and like she's like, I screwed my brother-in-law for a year and a half, and they're like, oh, good for you. I'm like, ask her question. Somebody ask her. I want to see what, you know what I mean? What happened? Did they get divorced? Did the other one get divorced? What does this family think? Like,
right?
They have 2 kids that got cheated on, like brother and sister. Like, what do they think? Like, are they still married? Like, what do they look like?
That's so crazy.
Can I watch? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But she's beautiful. She's so hot. Like, she's got nothing to be.
What did you think about Whitney taking over like that?
Well, you know what, Lisa or Meredith, you have a crisis going on. You have friends with kids that are getting kids are getting amputated. I can't do it. Like, all right, fine. Then all that's going on in your brain. You have a headache and all this crisis, like everything's an existential crisis. Then Whitney could take over. Honestly, Whitney, that was a good idea. That was a good theme, and it was fun. And it went along with, which, again, can somebody remind me why that was Meredith's trip? Wasn't she supposed to be doing something there? Why was that Meredith's trip? Why couldn't Whitney take over? Like, why wasn't she supposed to be doing? I don't know what made Meredith what made this Meredith's trip? Like, what made her the inviter of all the people? Like, I forget. Like, because did she do anything on the trip? Did she look for a house? Like, I don't understand. So I'm glad Whitney took over because they had fun, and it just showed how insecure Lisa is. Everything we already know. I'm the same way, but I mean, I would never act like that on camera. Oh my God. No, I would never act like that on camera. I'm not doing it. I'm called the producer. Like, Lisa, who do you think you are? That's another thing. That's like the Bravo, FM Bravo. Why are you getting a producer involved? This is not, you haven't been here that long. You just got here. Sit down, Salt Lake. Like, you're not Denise. You're not Beverly Hills. You don't call in producers when you don't want to do something. Like, you're not that cool yet. You know what I mean? You don't get to do that. Like, who do you think you are? Like, no. And Whitney taking over good, because Meredith was ruining the trip. She had all kinds of crisis things going on. And she got attacked by a pit bull, And she really was attacked, but she deserved it, because even if she didn't invite Angie, guess what? Even if Angie said, oh, I'm glad she got something out of the free trip. It's all a free trip, everyone. Newsflash, Meredith. You're all enjoying a free trip because none of you pay for shit. The Bravo does. Bravo pays for it. So, at least she got trust out of the Bravo. Your reward is trust. That's what you get at the end of this trust fall thing, or whatever they did. Great. They all got trust. Well, no, they don't, because who are you kidding? None of these women trust each other. I wouldn't trust any of them. None of them are real friends. We saw what Heather feels. We see how Heather feels about her friendships. We see how she handles when somebody's upset. She emotionally destroyed Whitney and like gaslit her every time Whitney tried to tell her how she felt in the last 2 whatever. And the only reason that Whitney became friends with her is again because they have to film. And we're not stupid. So you're not real friends. Lisa and Meredith are definitely a lot near friends. That's a crock of shit. Because if anybody ever said that about me on camera, I would, no, we're not friends. Because if you can go to the anger that quick over me saying that your house is stupid, you immature, insecure psycho, then we're not friends. So keep that energy, bitch. Like, we're not friends. And then, like, Mary just does not want to be there. We need Mary, but Mary just does not want to be there. But listen, we could have Angie and Monica become good friends, could become really actually friends. And Mary, they like Mary a lot. They're like, Mary, come sit with us. Mary, they're trying to include her, and they have done nothing to Mary. And if Mary hates Jen Shah, then become besties with these ladies. And I'm talking about Angie and Meredith. No, sorry, Angie and Monica. Because the other bitches are not real friends. But, like, that's what's going to give us the drama and all the arguments, because they're really two-faced. They're really not. Like, Whitney can act like she's like, oh, no. But, like, she's not really, like, she's not really effing with Heather. Like, she's just not. But that's all I had to say about that. I don't know. I just feel like it is just hysterical to watch them just overreact and say this stuff. But like some of the shit, like I don't know, you don't need to call somebody's makeup dusty. I don't know. Like the reads have to get a little bit better from the new girls, but I'm here for it. And Whitney, again, she's trying to be like, I don't know, she's gonna turn into a Freddie Helen camp, like just like that, like shut up, like like a little, like get away, like what are you talking about? She chased Meredith around again, like she did last season with the, why were you in the Sprinter van? Did you call the FBI? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what? Like, lady, what are you saying? Shut up. And then she's like, Meredith, and like all the arguments that she could think of from the whole day with Meredith at the end. Meredith, why did you do this? Meredith, why did you participate? And Meredith's like, because I didn't feel like it. What do you mean? She's like, what? Like, I didn't feel like it. And I used to like Meredith a lot. I was so here for her last season. I think it was last season. I was like, when she got destroyed by Lisa, I was like, wow. I was like, I am your friend for life, Meredith, because that is some shit. That is effed up. Like, and I would need her to explain, and like, she never did. She still hasn't gotten an answer out of Lisa. Lisa is a two-faced, you know what? And Monica's right. All the things she says about her are right. But this is like, we have those women that are going to give us the drama. And I guess we could just get married to be friends with the new ladies, because I don't think her and Meredith are real friends. I think they just kept in touch. So Bravo just used that as like, oh, because we're all going to like, oh, she's got to be on Meredith. Meredith, she brought her back. And I just think that Bravo brought her back. Bravo thought that they would need her because, like I said, we got so used to thinking that all these franchises were going to fail again. We're like, oh my God, the seasons are going to suck. OC proved that, but they're going to suck because we don't have any criminals. Like, we don't have, Erica, that's dragging out, and everybody's pissed off about that. That's, you know what I mean? But then we don't have Jen Shah. It's going to suck. It's not sucking. It's great. Like, Bravo was a big FU to Jen Shah. Here's the woman that's got you in trouble, and here's another one that's like your friend. Like, no. I'm here for it. They have to stay. Mary needs to stay too because she's awesome. And they tried to get her so, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Content creators tried to destroy her image, like publicly destroy her, and they couldn't get shit. Whether you think of whatever you think of her, you can't prove anything. Nobody's crying about her stealing money. Not we, but Exactly. And it's like, Lisa, she throws her $60,000 ring around too, but she doesn't live in the same house either. Listen, if they don't want to freaking, like, you don't have to wear your jewelry. We don't have to film in your home. I get why you want it. But again, this is the real housewives, married or not, but housewives of whatever you're from. Like, if we're not going to see what's going on in your home, it's not your real home. Like, I don't know. I feel like at this point, I miss OC. I was thinking about the end. So, the end of like, the end of each of the, like when they do the cities, they like at the end of like, so OC was just ending, and they do that thing where they show you what's going on. Shannon, blah, 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 and I'm like, they don't even play the Gates song anymore. Like, they don't even do that. I'm like, man. And it just was so dumb. It was like, and again, there's also more social media, so we know a lot more of what's going on. But OC, oh yeah, it was horrible. And like, this is the only franchise I can watch right now. I didn't watch the new Roni, and I think, I don't know, if something else was on. I don't think anything else was on, but this is the only one I'm watching. See, but who cares? It's stupid. So yeah, we're going to do this one, and I appreciate you, everybody who's here. If you guys still want to chat, we can go over to largest. We can go over to largest channel. Larger Curves is on YouTube, guys. Please go over to her channel if you have not.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about that.
No, I was going on and on. I just figured, I told everybody we'll probably continue the chat over. Are you still on your channel? Your thing still going?
I totally got off over there so I can be focused.
Okay. I feel like I'm holding it.
So, yeah. Overall, I like this episode. I can't wait. I love an activated little drunk Monica. She was so spicy. She even calls her own self spicy. So I'm not being any kind of way. I love it. I like when she cussed the lady out in Portuguese and then told her in English. That was hilarious.
It was, but like, I just, that POS word, like, I don't know. I don't know. All right. But I mean, I'm here for it, but.
Yeah. Everybody has their favorite swears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. So, and she did say it in Portuguese, and it did sound much cuter in Portuguese.
It did.
Yeah.
I think Mary should become friends with Angie and Monica. I think Angie, Monica, and Mary would be awesome friends. because they
I
have not.
don't.
Well, they haven't screwed each other over yet. Listen, none of that.
Right. I feel you on that part. But I feel like of that pair, only Monica and Mary match.
Yeah, but see, like, I think they would need Angie because for that, like, because Mary's like, I don't care, like, she won't even fight with you. Angie will fight you, but like the other three, they're not real friends. They've all screwed each other over,
right?
Meredith and Lisa are not friends. We know how Heather feels about Whitney. Heather, definitely, she's not effing with Heather for real. They're just doing it for the show. That's the only reason we can friends. But like, we need a strong bonding group.
Yeah,
have not screwed each over yet because, and again, we'll have the three that are three already to screw each other over. They're just stupid anyway. They're all going to end up being, screwed each other. And then we can have them three. But like, if they could just, that would make it more real for me because I'm just watching it and I'm like, I know these women aren't real friends. You know what I mean? We know what happened. But like, and the others, Monica, like, oh man, she bleeded, like she put all the life back into me.
Yeah. Between Mary coming back and the addition of Monica, I am all in on Salt Lake City this season.
Not even Angie though. You're not messing with Angie.
Angie, I just can't read her right now. She's coming off way too thirsty.
Yeah.
She is a flip flopper. She was in her and Jen. I mean, her and Heather were both in Jen's butt last year.
Yes, they were.
And another reason I'm kind of reluctant about Angie.
But wait, real quick. But don't forget that Jen Shaw did screw Angie over in the end and not Heather. Remember?
Right.
So she does have a reason to be upset about that. But okay, go ahead.
Well, I just feel it's really interesting. Yeah. And I think I said it before.
Yeah.
That we didn't even know when Jen and Angie were hanging out how close she really was with Lisa. So that's why I'm kind of confused. Really? Because she's known Lisa for years. They said it the first episode. They've known each other for like a decade or something.
How though? I'd say
exactly. So I'm like, why didn't they really interact last year?
Yeah.
Was it all Jen? So I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know if she's fake or if it's more fakeness from Lisa, but I really don't know why that was kind of hidden. And I'm wondering what the motive was in introducing her as Jen's friend, only for Jen to betray her and now end up in Lisa's butt. I'm just like, oh, that's a little weird.
I know. And it's like, but too, like, I just feel like Bravo I think it's a big FU to Jen Shaw, really, to have the one girl that basically had, Monica's the one who was leaking all those videos of Jen screaming at her assistants and nobody knew it. We just found
no way. Was that Monica? I love it.
It was Monica. It was Monica. Like, all of the Jen Shaw social media stuff, like the screaming at the assistants, all the stuff about like everything about we did Jen. It's on Dana's Patreon. But we'll find out. She was the one who was like, she was making sure everybody's seen those videos of all her screaming and yelling and like, I don't care, and like all that stuff. I'm like, I love her so much. I am very I say, but I struggle because I say this a lot. I can't stand snitches.
Right.
Like I can't like Kenya. But I'm like, oh my God, I dawned on me earlier. I'm like, Krista, what are you saying? I'm like, am I really going to change that one time? I'll just change my opinion one time on it to love Monica and love her to death and make her stay, because I'd have to say that you know what I mean?
Right.
Because she did, but I'm like, shit, I probably would have too. She tried to get that poor girl who has 4 daughters to be a criminal, Jen Shaw.
Yeah.
She didn't care. She didn't care about her own family, but how dare you
try to get
this poor young girl that just got divorced? You're not paying as an assistant, and try to get her to steal like you.
Yes.
Like you're the piece of shit. Like I don't.
Oh my God.
That is like, you know what I mean?
She wanted Monica away from her kids for 28 years too.
I mean, like, what happened?
I said Jen wanted Monica away from her kids 28 years too.
Exactly. And again, I think, guys, she's not getting out in 2. They did not bring these ladies on because they're trying to keep Jen's story alive. If they wanted to, Coach was willing to film and they told him bye. They said no. So they don't want Jen Shaw back. This was an FU to Jen Shaw. This was a good to bring Angie and her. And all we just need is Angie H to come now. But Angie H refuses.
Oh, was that the last? Angie was on last season, and they were singing at the church. Okay, that
Kind of. I mean, she's been on. Angie. Everybody knows Angie H because they've been freaking talking about her, and we saw her with. Yeah, she's the one that with Lisa, the banquet. Like she's the one who has been in all the drama. She's the Angie that we knew. You know, maybe they'll bring her back. But she doesn't really want to. She doesn't want to be on the show. But that would just be great. I don't know. I mean, listen. There's a lot of. They said there's a lot of women in in Salt Lake, but. I don't know, but yeah. Also,
there. Who else was in the show? What else did you talk about from this episode? What else was weird?
I mean, I couldn't stand Lisa the way she acted about the drag. That was just ridiculous. That telling the producers to me, who do you think you are? Like, you don't break the fourth wall. You're not that cool yet, you know?
Right?
Like, you're not that cool, Lisa. You're not allowed to do that. You're not Beverly Hills. I said that.
But that's like the second time she did it, because that was kind of similar to her hot mic moment, where she just goes and makes a little scene and acts like she didn't know she was being filmed. And that's very Lisa.
And then I feel like they're pulling scenes from Beverly Hills show, but I'm here for it though. Like they're really funny and recreating those scenes. Like somebody just reminded me, like her freaking out about her makeup was like when Erica, and the glam was like when Erica was like, I want a refund for my glam. There's an episode with Erica like that.
Yeah.
And all week I was trying to remember where I saw that from. Definitely recreated that. And at the end, they're still trying to do the dinner from hell with Meredith with the eyes and the screaming. She's got Ramona eyes again.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I'm like, oh my God.
That must be the look she used to use with her kids when they were in real trouble.
No, I feel like it's just like it's acting, but it's awful. I feel like it's really fake. Like she's trying really hard. And I'm just like, she can't possibly be that mad.
Now, why do you think Meredith was so reserved with Whitney and very passive aggressive? Didn't say a word. That rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, that's not an honest reaction, is it? No. And I'm I hate that I'm on the Dirty Blonde's side with just this one statement. Why are we talking about disabled kids? You need to be reading me the riot act for hijacking your trip.
Exactly. And she's so mad at Angie. But Whitney sold Angie like a dream. She's like, oh yay, come as my +1. Angie came up all unsuspecting, thought that she was invited, or not invited, but she was allowed to be there, but she really is because she's part of the show. She's part of the cast. And it's a free show.
But that's kind of like,
she really didn't.
I feel like people keep saying that to try to make it true.
But it's
there
true.
There have been other franchises where somebody didn't get invited. Cough, cough, New York, where they didn't invite Jill. She ended up crashing the thing with her husband on the way to the thing, and nobody was happy. She came, so she left. It happens all the time where you're not invited on the freaking thing, and you don't have a right to go.
But I mean, maybe they're not that cool yet to do that either. But Whitney sold her a dream. Whitney told her it was okay. She didn't think it was
when Whitney was being
Whitney's in trouble. Whitney should be in trouble.
Whitney was the one. Whitney said, well, she didn't tell me I couldn't invite anybody.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also, I mean, Angie did know she wasn't invited, but again, she didn't go there thinking that Meredith was really going to be that upset.
Because yes, she did, and that's why she kept it silent. And she also didn't mention it first because she was trying to get under Heather's skin, because her and Heather haven't repaired everything yet. And when they arrived at the hotel, she said, I forgot this was probably I wonder how Heather's going to feel about this. So she did this all with intention.
Yeah, Whitney did. Don't you think?
Yeah, she did. And I'm surprised that Meredith didn't call her on the carpet about it instead of talk to Mary about why you don't want to go play with these ladies who try to kill your real life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She's so mad at Angie this whole trip. But again, Whitney sold Angie the dream to be there. You know what I mean? And once she's there, she's there. So again, she's fighting with Angie.
I feel like Angie should have been way more humble. Angie should have been way more humble as an uninvited guest. She should not have been mad she didn't get a bag. You cannot be mad you didn't get a bag if you weren't invited. You cannot be mad that you don't have a shirt if you weren't invited. You can't be mad that all the games are set up for pairs and you're the odd person if you weren't invited. You can't be mad. unless you feel like being mad because you're so thirsty to try to create a storyline that over this fake madness because you were excluded for a reason. And now you have to, then you're going to start this episode out by making your own fake shirt so you can be more antagonistic instead of just being like, you know what, Meredith, I know you didn't invite me and I'm not really sure why, but I don't want to ruin your trip. Let's just try to have a fun girls' time. And maybe we can learn to grow on each other and become friends. Maybe that could have been a grown woman conversation. But when you're full of thirst and chaos and only trying to create manufactured storylines, you're going to end up with a Whitney and an Angie K on your cast.
Okay. But she was invited by Whitney. She technically was invited
but it wasn't
by Whitney.
Whitney's to invite.
And the rules were to wear your t-shirts to the trust exercise, and she didn't have a t-shirt, so she had to get her own t-shirt.
She could have wore that blank t-shirt. She didn't have to put it all tricks, no trust by Angie K. She could have tried to fit in, is what I'm saying, but instead, no, but her words didn't match everybody else's words. Was she trying to fit in? Her words would have said all trust, no tricks too. But she put no trust, all tricks on hers because she's not trying to fit in. She's not. She wants to stand alone.
She's still wearing those sunglasses and they are
oh my God.
They are so offensive.
Oh my God. Between that and her upper lip having way too much Botox right in the front, like Michelle Pfeiffer, where it makes it sound like she can't close her mouth. I'm just like over her.
Yeah. Her confessional scared me. One of them was like frozen face. It reminded me of I can't remember the movie, but I'll think of it later. But she just reminded me of like, I don't know.
In the red latex?
A Halloween, I don't remember. It was somewhere towards the end. It was like it was a Halloween costume. It's reminded. Her face was so frozen, and it looked so. She was so beautiful. She's so different. Mm-hmm. She got a whole new face, and the sunglasses look so awful. I don't understand fashion, but I think that they look horrible. I think they look like snowmobile, like glasses that you wear when you go like. You know what I mean? Where you're like, you wear them like skiing or something. Like you don't get snow.
Right.
They just look like this.
They're just too much. They're very, very too much.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but they probably did cost $25,000.
Oh God! And she's probably gonna lose them. I wonder if she loses them.
That would be funny.
And also they're going. And she also keeps saying 60,000. That was Dana.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're trying to recreate. I'm telling you. They're trying to recreate that, and I'm like, they're just not that cool yet. They're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But
and those are like classic, iconic scenes in our head. I would rather they get their own iconic moments than regurgitate anything.
I don't even know why they were on that trip. I thought Meredith had to do something. Why was that considered Meredith's trip? I don't remember. Was she going there?
Well, she was the one. In that second episode, she went to her husband, and she's like, there was this place called the TRIXIE MOTEL, and I wanted to have a girls' trip there. So she was just having the first girls' trip of the season because she found this cool hotel, and
made the cast pay for it, and then Bravo paid for it. So Angie did not get a free trip. You all did.
Right. Everybody got a free trip. Angie still didn't have to go if she wasn't invited. It's happened on other franchises, and I might like Angie later. But for right now, she's just too thirsty, too in between Lisa's cheeks, too antagonistic. I'm very of the mind that these franchises all need to pump the brakes on chaos, confusion, and infighting, and girls not being able to get along or go out and have a good time. And I feel like we need to get back to luxury and shopping and a nice trip and women supporting women for real, not this fake BS. When all the other ones first started, even on the OC, those ladies supported each other until the very last episode when they would throw wine in each other's face.
And that was my favorite one.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the last of the good ones when Tamara
And then it kind of morphed into who can be the most treacherous.
Yeah.
But we as viewers still were looking for what got us to watch, which was their normal, awesome lives, just navigating life as girls in the world with families. And now it's turned into all of this VH1 and all of this freaking Girls Gone Wild. And it's just really interesting that somehow the powers that be decided this is what we needed as viewers. But we keep saying we don't really want to see it.
Nope.
We'd appreciate it if you just treated normal, because I don't know any women in real life that interact the way that these women do and still get on Sprinter vans with each other. I'm more like, I know people like Mary, who when you showed me who you are, I'm going to set up in a healthy boundary with your ass and limit your accessibility to my energy because I want to protect my peace.
You don't handle
That's real life.
Yeah. But you know, like if you don't handle them, they're going to shoot you with again. But she's got a lot of people that she doesn't want to interact with. But I'm with you. I get it. And you're right. Like I said, these people are not real friends any longer. They're really not. We're not. They would not be like Heather and Whitney. Whitney ain't fucking with her. She doesn't want to. She's just doing
Whitney is just stacking chips on Heather, and she's just waiting to tell everything she can on Heather.
I mean, hey, I'm there for, but like you said, like at this point, like they had to recreate these scenes. I'm just like, this is not the Housewives we're used to. And OC, they destroyed that show for me.
Oh my God, I haven't even watched. What happened?
Don't watch it. I am so upset. That was my favorite franchise, and I thought it was going to come. I was there for Tamara coming back. I didn't even want to talk about it. I feel like they destroyed it. I'm so upset about it.
Tamara made it really nasty and gutter, huh?
Heather did the production, you know, she wanted to walk off. I would have walked off too. Because that's not, you don't act like that. Well, I don't want to see.
Well, you don't want your brand associated with this freaking nonsense.
Why are you naked? Why are we seeing Tamara's boobs on a slip and slide? You're 60, lady.
Right. And she showed her boobs on Real Gold Strip too. She loves showing that underscarf from where she had her silicone put in.
This is not Ultimate Girls Trip. Or I'm not going to girls. This isn't like, you know, Girls Gone Wild. Like
it's Granny's Gone Wild.
Oh, it's so bad. I'm so upset. But anyway, I loved OC, and I always love you coming up and talking with me.
Me too. Do you do Real Housewives of New York? Nobody's talked about it this week that I saw.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. I just caught like this last episode about everybody was like, Uba in the glasses, Aaron in the glasses. Whose team are you on? So I went and watched that episode.
All I know is
like, oh my God, they need to stop.
They're not friends either. It's another thing I heard. Like they're just, you're right. We need to get back to like, if they can maybe somehow like, I love Jen and Ryan. I love Jen.
Yeah. And I don't think people should come for people's marriages.
I mean, it all depends. I don't know. Not your marriage, but like if there's stuff going. I mean, look, I don't know. If they
didn't even want to bring up the rumors that Eddie was gay, then how does Tamara feel that it's her responsibility to bring up these rumors about infidelity in her?
She's bringing it up. She's going to bring up her stuff, though. You know what I mean? It should be free reign. She said, "Don't repeat a rumor." Her and Vicky.
Yeah, exactly. So and now it's a nice double standard because Tamara needed a check because she had to sell the house behind the gate because she wasn't working on Bravo. And she even said when they were going to bring her back, she knew that she was going to have to do reality TV-like things. And that's why I didn't really want to watch this season, even though I was like, oh, it might be good with Tamara back. I didn't really like Tamara's ass. I always felt like she was doing stuff just for camera anyway. Ever since that first time when she got naked in the tub with Eddie, I was like, oh, she will do anything for TV.
You're selling us some shit. You're selling us something. And you know what? Jenny McCarthy said, I could love this. Jenny McCarthy said she would punch her in the face. She would punch like Taylor in the face. She's like, I would have punched her in the face. I mean, it's like Jenny McCarthy's like, this is all a crock of crap because Heather was on her. And they went after Heather. Heather belongs on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Heather belongs in Beverly Hills on that show. Make friends with those ladies. That's where she belongs. They went after her so viciously, like bullied. It was so bullying. All they did was go out and get drunk at dinner. And, you know, we see what happens with that. You know, Shannon ends up hitting a house and gets away with it, you know? Krista, do I do? Oh, I do not. Well, never. Do I do Kardashian? I watched it. I watched it up until it was off the what was it on A or whatever? Yeah, I have not watched it since. Yeah.
Well, next episode, it looks like the ladies are going to finally get back in town and have their faces looked at, and it kind of looks like Lisa doesn't want.
Well, my face probably looks like that. Look, she got kicked out. She's banned for life out of a tanning salon. I'm banned for life out of Planet Fitness for the same exact reason. I was fighting with the guy because we were going to New York for Adam's show that up in the spilling live tea for
Mhm.
and I was like, I hate that tan. And I started effing him up, and he's like, you're banned for life.
No way.
Now I have a tanning bed in my living room. I could turn my camera, you would see my tanning bed right now, but now I have a tanning bed in here, you know.
Yeah.
That I lost it. I know how she feels, Lisa. I know how Lisa feels. I was the bronze. I'm the one that used to bronze myself like she did. I looked really like, banned for life. I told the guy he was an F and FPUSSY.
Oh my God.
You should have just told me. He was being really calm. He could have just told me F you back, and we could have just called it a day, and I would have just tanned and everything would have been fine. Like he could have just, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
he's a PSSY, and he wanted to call corporate on me. You know, like
oh my God.
such a dork. Why are we supposed to have to do something? Like I was having a bad day. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm excited, like trying to get ready, and he wouldn't let me tan. And you know how I had
That's
to tan.
so interesting. That is so I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy.
Because I was like, Lisa, I feel your pain as much as I can't stand you, and that's a funny story because I get it.
Well, that is going to be a funny story to hear for sure.
I get in the tanning bed every day. Still, I get in the tanning bed, then I go out my pool. It just, I don't know. It's because we're so insecure. It's like our mask.
Right.
You know? And I've been regular tanning. I don't get spray tans, and I'm, God forbid, I hope I never get skin cancer. But anyway, all right, guys. I love everybody for being here. Anything?
And I love you for having me. Thanks for your patience, and thanks for letting me share my POV, girl.
Yes, I forgot to tell everybody. So on Monday, so I said I was just going to do these once a week, but since I have to watch like Southern Charm and talk about it. I'm going to call it like, I did it as a bonus episode. I'm going to call it like Bravo's side pieces because like I'm trying to think of another name besides side piece. So if anybody can think of anything else, only because there's a side piece, there's a side piece podcast that Teresa's co-host has a separate podcast, and I don't want to use that name if it's the same, but like side pieces, like, because they're the non-housewife shows, like
right.
We got to talk about it. And I wanted to, so I was going to do them on every Monday. So I'm doing Bravo. Right now I'm going to just do Southern Charm because that's the only one I'm watching besides the Housewives. And every Friday it'll be Housewives, who started one, and every Monday.
That'll be excellent.
Yeah,
I'll catch some of your shows. I don't really Southern Charm. And I don't Southern Charm because, and that's a silent protest also. Me and my silent protest. Only because the creator of Southern Charm was allowed to retain all of her show rights, executive producer credits, and remain on the show. And the creator of Married to Medicine, Mariah Huck, was demanded to either or. You can either be the EP or be on the show. And I'm like, but wait, that's not what you usually do. Lisa Vanderpump didn't get those directions. And this lady from Southern Charm didn't get those directions.
Patricia Altschul.
Yes. But the
I didn't know that.
From Married to Medicine was told that she had to relinquish something in order to get the other thing, but everybody else can have everything. So I just don't watch that part.
Well, listen, Patricia is sort of I can't stand her. I can't stand her and Whitney. And I just found out that I had no idea. I knew Whitney was a producer, but I did not know that Patricia was a creator. I did not know that because she drives me nuts. I can't, she's definitely she is that.
Yeah.
And I know, but like, I say, I do talk a lot of poop on her, and she hangs out with young people, and that's awful. Like, how does that happen? And then that's proving themselves again.
Exactly.
But I love Leva, and Leva has a separate show. Leva's on it, and she has a separate show called Southern Hospitality. That's really good.
Oh yeah, I like that Hospitality. I've seen Southern Hospitality.
Yeah, if
I have seen that. That was kind of cute.
It was good that they showed her again on Southern Charm, but she doesn't. I don't think she needs. I love that. I hope that they air that after this. So it'll be like, they'll be like the side pieces, like those shows that I watch.
I kind of feel like that's a cute title, but if it's already taken,
it's like a side.
I like that title.
Yeah, I have to think of another name. If anybody, that's what I want to ask everybody, like in the comment section.
You could call it coleslaw. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say like that's like side dishes and like I'll think of something.
That's hilarious. Okay, Krista, I love
you.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Everybody smash those buttons. Have a great weekend.
Peace. Yeah, smash all those buttons.
Peace.
Peace. All right, guys. Thank you. So I'm gonna turn the comments on, all that stuff on now. And okay, so what I was saying was, okay, so I do the Housewives. This Whose Side Are You On is always the Housewife feuds, right, on Fridays. I'm going to do it every week at 12 o'clock. If I change that, it's only because I'm going to have a guest on that can't do the on Fridays. It would always be like on Thursday. Yeah, so I want to tell you who's going to be on with me next Friday, but I want to make sure she's still going to do it. So when I gets closer to next Friday, I'll tell you guys and I'll make the thing. But just like look forward to every Friday at 12. That's like usually lunchtime for people, and then every Monday at 12, same time, noon. And it's just going to be like the Bravo other shows. Like I don't want to call it side pieces, but that's the idea of it. If anybody can think of another word that's cute like that, that'd be cool. Because I'm like I'm cool. I'm from Jersey. Like it can't be like. Side dishes. It's stupid. I'm just kidding. And again, I keep forgetting the people on the podcast that just listen and don't know anything about me. I am from New Jersey. That's why I talk funny. That's why I'm all over the place. And that's why Whose Side Are You On is such a great idea, because I argue with things. And just don't take me the wrong way. I think you guys should come over and watch me. Because if you think I'm angry at any point in time, come over and watch me. I'd say it with a smile on my face, right, guys? I always say it with a smile on my face. So yeah, Terry, I just need like I'm in Eastern. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Jersey. So it's Eastern. Is that called Eastern Standard Time? It's so stupid. I had to ask. All right, so there's this there's a podcast. It's called Salty Housewives Podcast. I just found this guy's name's Dallin. Please go over and check it out. They do a podcast. It's called Salty Podcast, and they love. He's from a suburb outside of Salt Lake, and he knows that like these type of women, and he's really funny. So I'm going to put him on the podcast. He's going to be our guest next week, and yeah. So over and follow all his stuff. I'm going to link his stuff to it. I think I tagged you in all of their stuff. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron is too. Aaron, by the way, is only about 40 minutes from me, not even. Potluck? That's a good idea. See, but like food makes me feel like I'm a foodie. I'm not a foodie person. I don't eat. There's a lot of people in the show. Well, a lot for me anyway. Anybody have any ideas? I can always, yeah, guys, if you guys are listening on the podcast side, I'll probably just end it this part, but and then I'll just keep this going. I'll just edit this part out and keep it here. But anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about this real quick. Does anybody have an idea? Because side piece, to me, I like that only, but Melissa Feaster has it, but, something like a side piece. I don't know, like a mistress kind of word. You know what I mean? Like mistress, but no, like Bravo's mistresses. No, does that sound cool? No. Like Bravo. I don't know. We'll think of something. I just found out that Patricia was. I didn't believe she's a creator. It's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah. All right. So guys, in the comment section, I'll let you all go because I'm talking too long. I keep doing that. But guys, yeah. So. I already said all the podcast stuff, but just please, if you do the podcast part, the 5-star rating, you don't even have to listen to these episodes again. And probably ask you to listen to the episode first, but you can just download it. And the 5-star ratings are like really, they help my podcast get shown over on that side because I just put it there. You know what I mean? I can't share it anyway. I can share the links and stuff, but on, when you're on Spotify and Apple, they do ask you to rate and review. And then, yes, thank you, Aaron. Aaron is and yes, Aaron is like Aaron's like one of my best friends in real life, but she's also like a really important part of our group. She doesn't have a channel, but she's on all of our channels. And I would try to get Aaron to get a channel, but she has so much fun coming on ours. And the Juice Radio, yes, you guys probably heard them last week on my show. We all support each other. We all love each other. We are definitely like the non-toxic side. And also that reminds me, AT2, if you guys don't know him, I'll just link everybody's channels, our friends' channels on this every day. But anybody else, if you're new here, don't mind I'm going to get more, try to get more organized. I keep saying that. It sounds stupid saying it. That's kind of like Teresa telling everybody on like she's in treatment and it's working. Like Teresa on Real Housewives of Jersey, it's like her trying to sell you guys like, oh yeah, I'm in treatment, namaste. That's like me saying, guys, I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna be early. I'm not gonna move all around and say a bunch of stuff and be all like, all over the place. But I try to stay to the point. Yeah, that's another thing. I love that because why? Like she can't handle the truth. Exactly. I was really mean about her last season. I used to curse a lot. And I would call her a lot of names. And somebody else, Lisa Barlow has Salty Housewives blocked. He had a beef with Lisa Barlow. I was like, I love him. Love it. Yeah. Let me see that one. That's a good idea, Terry. Or Portuguese. Oh wait, no, because that doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be housewives. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go because obviously I need to cut this short, cut this off. But anyway, guys, yeah, follow everyone on the podcast side. Please hit the ratings, reviews, whatever. I take constructive criticism very well. I do. I really promise I do. And if I do sound mean and angry, I used to be called the angry blogger. I'm not. You'll come over here and see that I say with a smile on my face because I do live record these. I love doing live recordings. I love interacting with my chat people. I love having a panel on here because, I like to support everybody. We all support each other. So please subscribe to us. It's always free. And, I'll be here every Friday at 12 and every Monday at 12. And I will talk to y'all soon. And thank you for all the subscribers and everything else. I'm not even going to say, I'm just thank you. I don't want to, I'm just thank you. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. I struggled. I appreciate that. I'm getting there. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And please, again, share. I didn't realize how important that was. And the like button, please. That's important too. I didn't realize that either. I used to never say that. And yes, and you guys have also thank you guys all for coming back. Doing this for a year. So if you guys like the Who Started You On concept, I have about 60 or 70 videos already of Who Started You On under the Who Started You On podcast tab on YouTube. And I only have the new ones on the new podcast side on Apple, Spotify platforms. Everything else is on YouTube. You can always find it all here. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much.